have the bond violation to handle?
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Brewer's bond violation may be his pending felony. Let me just see if there's any.
Well, he might have several things going on, but one of them is from community corrections.
Oh, that's right, there is. Sorry about that.
Just confused about what happened in this file.
Well, Mr. Brewer, this got set for a final settlement conference, I think right around that same time. So we never really addressed it. And he is actually scheduled to be in custody, I think. Well, I don't know in custody necessarily, but his felony cases adjourned out to April. So realistically, you know.
So when we were here for the final settlement conference on January the 25th, that's when we adjourned it to today's date. Yes. To figure out what was going on with the felony.
Yeah, it was set for jury selection, and then we did a step to adjourn the jury selection to discuss a potential resolution. So we never actually.
Okay, yeah. That's what happened. That's why there are no notes in my ROA, and I'm trying to figure out what happened. Okay, thank you.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm coming in late. I'm taking Mr. Brewer's case, so
I see the step here. They didn't write in the file that the step had come in. All right. Thank you. So what do you want to do today, Ms.
Your Honor, we do want to proceed with this. Mr. Brewer, I think, and I'm sorry if I just missed what was discussed. Mr. Brewer would, from my understanding, and I think what was just discussed, it was already indicated that the state could proceed on the matter. Mr. Brewer doesn't want to delay the matter, so he would, I don't know if that's possible to go directly to jury selection. Or do we need to set it again for final settlement conference?
It won't be the sense of setting for a final conference again. I've already done that.
Mr. Brewer,
okay, Mr. Brewer.
You don't decide that, I do.
I understand that, but I've been sitting here in the county jail for nothing. I mean, can we just move forward? I don't want no more pausing. I prefer to go to
Mr. Brewer,
trial.
it's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, that's the judge's decision. Okay, so just a moment.
I heard her. Yes, ma'am. I heard her.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, just to confirm for the record, I do need to make sure that Mr. Brewer understands the offer that I extended for Mr. Brewer, because that was the purpose of us adjourning, was to see how this could be resolved with his felony. His felony, unfortunately, is not in a position to have any reductions or consideration added to it. And they adjourned in that case before Judge Slay out to April 4th because she would not agree to a COBS for no prison. So they're trying to do some mitigation there in terms of what a potential sentence could be. Here, Mr. Brewer, when I discussed this case with the other APA, we looked at this file more closely and realized there was an active PPO in place at the time of this. And so this actually should be a felony aggravated stalking offense as well. But the offer was to just leave that alone essentially and not reauthorize that, which would restart this case with a brand new charge. So, and send it back, which would extend it longer too. So to not reauthorize this as a felony aggravated stalking offense with the addition of that to the existing DV second. And Mr. Brewer's other aspect of that offer was to basically plead guilty as charged to the DV second, either guilty or no contest. The sentence agreement would be to simply close the case out with credit for his time served. So that is what he is rejecting, is to close this case out today with credit for time served with the plea to the misdemeanor.
That is what I communicated to Mr. Brewer yesterday evening. He indicated to me he did not want to accept that offer. Is that still correct, Mr. Brewer?
That is absolutely correct.
All right. So in light of that, Ms. McDuffie, what are you asking to do?
Well, given that if Mr. Brewer is rejecting that offer, that means that I need to reauthorize this case. And so it's going to restart. So we can actually set it for the final settlement conference. So that'll give me time to get the new charge authorized, and then that'll make its way through and he can get arraigned on that and, see what happens there. So I guess the final settlement conference does provide a date that will serve a purpose in this situation.
I see counsel in the breakout room, please.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're back on the record in the Terry Brewer matter. in talking to the prosecutor, it's my understanding that she chooses, and it's well within her discretion, to not dismiss at this time. And she wishes to set this for a final settlement conference. A final settlement conference would be scheduled on March 28th. However, I am at this point going to set this for another pretrial, at which time, if there is going to be a reauthorization of this case, the court is requesting that it be done no later than that March 11th date. There's no need for us to wait until the March 28th date if that is what the prosecutor intends to do. So I will set this for a pretrial on March 11th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Mr. Brewer, you understand what she's saying? You're muted, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Not you. Your name is not Brewer, Mr. Kennedy. Can you please get them?
Can you hear me now?
I can. Do you understand what the prosecutor is saying, sir?
Yeah, the prosecutor's saying that she's going to add an addition. She's going to change the charge to aggravated stalking.
She's going to add that.
Because I'm not willing to take a cop to being in here and perhaps wanting to beat my charge. So you raise the charge?
Mr. Brewer, you do understand, though, that she's adding a charge. So it's not just.
Yes.
Okay.
I understand.
All right. All right. So March 11th for that pretrial, and then March 28th, 2024 is the final settlement conference. The next jury selection is not until April 5th, 2020.
Why do I have to do the conference again? I mean, I've gone through it. I'm not taking a cop on nothing.
Mr. Brewer.
She's enhanced the charges.
Because I said so, Mr. Brewer.
Okay, I get that you said so, but we can just move forward.
Sir, do you want a contempt charge added to what you're saying?
If that's what you want to add, then yeah. If that's what you want to add, then add that.
Sir.
If that's what you want to add.
Mr. Brewer, let's talk after court, okay? I can explain, okay?
Yeah, man, come on, man. These intimidation tactics. I mean, what's the purpose?
This is not intimidation.
Yes, it is.
Sir. You know, contempt is stacked on top of whatever time you're doing.
Whatever it is you want to do, Your Honor, then go ahead and do it. All I'm doing is asking an honest question. I've been locked up since November.
And I gave you your answer.
Mr. Brewer, you'll be there on your felony matter anyways, okay? So we're getting this misdemeanor taken care of as soon as we can. Okay, please don't say anything further. Let's talk after court, please.
I will see you back here on March 11th, sir.
All right.